We are leaving Crater Lake, but we're saying au revoir. We've decided we're going to come back. There are so many trails here to do, things to see. It's so beautiful. Got up at about 5 o'clock this morning, watched the sunrise. Literally, it looked like a cauldron of mercury. It was absolutely spectacular. I'll put one on one of the vids. It's been really nice. It's a lovely fresh morning, 15 degrees. And there it is. There's Wizard Island, the 8,000 peak behind it. We stayed at the lodge last night. Gotta say, it was much better than the cabins. Yes, it's $100 more a night, but if you really want to, if you're coming here all this way, you know, splurge, do it. Well worth it. Lovely ambience, lovely food, ranger talks, really nice, beautiful view, center of all the trails, all the information you want, and of course the room has got a, at least ours did, had a view of the lake, so you know, all through the night we're getting up watching the stars over it. It's really quite a spellbinding place. I can't really describe it without getting too effusive. I've been to Machu Picchu, and I would rank it up there with Machu Picchu as a sort of gorgeous and almost spiritual place to be. It's quite beautiful. I know it sounds crass, it's just Crater Lake, it's just America, but I'm sorry, it's pure water. 8 parts per million of non-water, as in minerals. When you shower, it's unbelievable. When you come out, it is so, you feel so soft. It's amazing. I've never had anything like it. We have well water where I live, and it's very pure, but it does have minerals in it. And there's no taste, no chlorine, nothing, no sulfur, nothing. And it's beautiful, but when you come out of this water, you can tell the difference. It's amazing. It's the cleanest water in all of North America, apparently. Lots of walks around the lake to different places. We didn't get to any, or very few of them, so we're definitely coming back here. Not next year, probably the year after. This thing happily chugs along with 2 people in 5th gear, and I'm in 4th now, and it's still just lovely. Like I said, if you're on a bike, take the west road. There's 2 ways you can go: the east direction or the west direction. Take the west direction. 1, you see the best views first. 2, you're closer to the lake. It's really quite nice, so you don't have to look across cars. The only thing you do have to worry about is the cages on the other way swerving into your lane as they're ogling at the spectacular views. And if you watched my video on going to the Sun Road in Glacier National Park that we did, I think, a couple of years ago, that was also an issue there, that you had lots of people ogling and then just cutting into your lane, and the roads there are even narrower than here. Going to the Sun Road is very narrow. Go on, you want to see it, go on. Yes, you do, you want to see that view. Well done, good job. Yeah, you can climb all these peaks. There are hikes up these peaks. One of them is a fire observation station. They actually use it, and it's a very high peak, so they look around, they can see any forest fires starting, anyone camping and starting a fire. They can see it all. And you're welcome to go up there and take a look, because apparently it's a wonderful viewpoint of the lake. This guy's nearly finished. He's quite happy. He's only got a couple of miles to go now till he gets to his morning coffee. Oh yeah, and he's going downhill a lot of the way too, which is nice. But yeah, at this time in the morning you can do the speeds you want to do. And I thought that a lot of the pines, some down there, look dead, and down in the valley there, and I thought that was the same thing that was in British Columbia, which is the mountain pine beetle, but it isn't. It is some sort of vine that I didn't think had hurt a tree, but apparently it infests them down here, and I guess it gets the tendrils in through the bark into the cambium and starts sucking away all the good stuff. The top of the tree doesn't get any nutrition, and it dies back. So you can see it down there, quite a brown area there, and it's a natural process. It's so cyanide, right? Natural, all organic. There is gas up here, but it's only 87 octane. Okay, so I think this is where we say au revoir, not bye-bye, but au revoir to Crater Lake, as we now cut on, and the rim road carries on that way, and we're off to Bend. This is the north entrance of Crater Lake that we're coming out. This road must have literally been a fire break. Stopped it getting across the road there. Quite amazing. So I've been coming through this town, and every few steps there's an American flag on it. I guess they're Very, very patriotic. I'm not sure what it was called. Crescent, that's right, it's called Crescent, which is kind of interesting because, you know, Crescent's kind of like a sickle, and the hammer and the sickle was the old Soviet Union flag. Maybe they're just oversensitive. Who was that guy who flung his paint everywhere? Him. Anyway, one of his paintings there, just sort of a Jackson Pollock hillside. Splotches everywhere of trees, but not much else. I can report one theft on this whole trip so far. Being fairly vigilant about leaving the bike and making sure if it's overnight we take all the panniers and lock boxes off it. Yesterday when we went at Crater Lake, when we went on the boat ride at about 9:30 in the morning, got back about midday, and noticed that my two hairbands that my wife gave me to hold this phone on a little more securely, it got so hot, 44 Celsius, that the ram mounts here were tearing, just bubbling up, and so I was worried, because this is my wallet too, it's got all my cards in it, that was going to fall out. Cut a long story short, when I got back, some light-fingered person decided to take them. I'm guessing it was a child, because I took the phone off and I just dangled that. Not too much to report. It's nice to know that you can go places and most people respect it. I mean, to see a lot of people just leave their helmets on their bike, I'm always loath to do that. If you do that, you know, and someone swipes your helmet, yeah, you're pissed off, you've lost your helmet, you've got to pay $200, $300, $400 for another one, maybe more if you've got some super awry or something else, a shoe berth, $1,000, that's going to hit you in the pocket. But more importantly, how the hell are you going to start riding? You've got no helmet. You've got to go find a store and buy the cheapest helmet you can get until you can find something you want to actually invest in. That can take a few hours. Someone comes along and decides they want your helmet, you're screwed up in two ways. But a lot of people, I think I'm the only one that I can see locking them. A lot of people just perch them on their mirrors and leave them. Guy with a Vstrom 650 2-up, he came all the way from South Dakota, somewhere like that. He was just leaving his helmet on it. And there was another guy with a Honda Magma, there we go, we'll call it a Smagma, and he was just leaving his helmet on it too. The other thing that hit me about the Honda was it seemed to need, he had extra gas tank, little sort of shelf on the back where he could put extra gas tank, rotor pack ones, because the engine must be 1900 cc's, they don't get very good range, so he's been touring on that. Well, that's nice of the person. Alright, midday report out. I'll move aside for this obstacle. Ooh, it's a little bandana.
Day 7 is coming up sometime in the future. Thanks for watching the little short ramble today. You know the drill. Don't forget to hit like, share and subscribe. And that bell if you want to be reminded of when I'm releasing a video. Thanks again. BlueMarbleRider out.